she was looking for true love, someone who loved her, respect her, and just take care of her. And I'm going to do my best as long as I live.
I'm happy being here with him.
She has a wonderful family.
My friends, they're really surprised, a big surprise.
Most beautiful women in the world. I got a lot more to live for.
I just find the right man for me. Wow, God loved me so much.
I love her and she loves me. Why not be the happiest person in the world? Thanks to Christian Filipino.
I'm really grateful to the ChristianFilipina.com.
Hello everyone, this is Lori, and we are fortunate and lucky to be able to have a couple who have been successful in their pursuit of finding their true love. And we are here to witness the success story of Christian Filipina members. Our topic for today is Filipino girls finding and keeping them. So Prentice, tell us about yourself and tell us, why were you looking for Filipina girls?
Wow. Okay. I'll try to be brief, but it may be hard. I was married as a teenager, my first wife, and wonderful marriage, 49 years, and she died of cancer. Through the years of our life, I have been a United Methodist pastor and a dedicated Christian, of course, to the Lord. And she was a wonderful, dedicated Christian. But on August 8, 2010, this will be 3 years this coming up August, she died of cancer. And I was all alone. I continued to pastor until the end of that appointment year, which ended in the following June, effective 1st of July. So I retired. It was so much different. And I have two sons. My oldest son was 45 before he married. And he married a girl from the Philippines. And I have a wonderful Filipino daughter-in-law. He had first seen her profile on a website, another featuring Filipina, but it was not the Christian Filipina. And it worked out really well. She was already in the States and teaching school in California, and they married. They've been married now 5 years. In fact, I did the ceremony, performed the wedding ceremony at First United Methodist Church, Parsons, Tennessee, where I was from at that time. Well, I retired, moved here, and I have another son. He lives out west in Oklahoma. So I was lonely, very, very, very lonely. But back to the beginning when I first began, I looked at that Filipino site, and I thought, no, I want to look, I got to keep mine, which she was a good Christian, all right. But I thought, then I saw it. I don't know how, if I'm browsing or what, but I saw Christian Filipino. I said, I'm going to look at this.
I was born in Giwan, Eastern Samar. Okay, and then after my father died 17 years ago, or 16 years ago, we just moved to Manila. And then I only graduate I graduate high school and I went to college because, financial problem. And then I work, cleaning apartments, condos. So.
Wait, you got serious about it.
No.
Your age?
Yes.
Talk.
Okay. I don't want to talk about that anymore.
She asked you to. She had one serious boyfriend, and he didn't want to wait until they were married. He got impatient, and she said no. If he was not ready to marry, she would not let the relationship go forward. And so that broke her heart. But now she told me she don't like to talk about it. But from that time on, she never had another serious relationship until she met me.
What have you learned about Filipino girls in general when you were interacting with them in Christian Filipina?
The ones that are seriously dedicated Christians and then those that are not. And so I avoid those that were not, that are not really dedicated Christian. Because I believe to have a relationship, Christ must be first. I want Christ to always be first ahead of me in her life. And she feels the same way about it, by me. So with Christ being the center of our home, our relationship, and now our home, it's a wonderful life. And like I said, thank God for Christian Filipino, because it had not been for this Christian Filipino dating site, we would not have ever met. And we believe God used this site to help us find each other.
Maria, what did your family and relatives tell you when you told them that you were using online dating?
They're very happy for me, and I'm so happy for them also because for that.
She has a wonderful family. Her mother is truly a wonderful. She does not speak very much English. We cannot communicate except a few words. But she's a wonderful, and I love her, and she loves me. She's sweet. She's a praying woman too, and I admire her so much, and her family.
What kinds of things do you have to tell Prentice in order for him to understand Filipino girls in general in terms of love and relationship?
Well, I just tell him that a Filipino woman is good for a good wife or a good partner, because we are loving, we are very much taking care of our partner, of our husband. I think.
People are people. Their cultures, their background and culture being different, but still there's so many common things. For instance, we went to an event, a gospel quartet singing, where friends of mine, people I used to be their pastor, were singing. I said, now you're going to go in there and you're going to get hugged. Now they're going to just, oh. And she said, what? She said, my tradition, my culture, we don't go around hugging, I said, that's a show of affection, hugging. So there are some differences, things like that. And she's shy. She'll withdraw a little bit when people want to hug her.
Yeah, because we didn't used to do that in our family.
But now my daughter-in-law said her family did hug a lot. And
they changed.
Now my daughter-in-law's got a little bit of what do you call it? Spitfire about it. Her and my son, they get into it. You think they're gonna fight, and then they turn around and they just make up and they just lovey. But that's not our way. Our philosophy is life's too short to fuss and to fight.
Prentice, what kind of adjustments do you have to do in order to adjust to the Philippine culture and traditions?
Well, there's not a lot of adjustment on my part. She's doing the adjusting. She's doing very well.
Actually, I'm just adjusting really.
She's adjusting very well. She misses a lot of her Filipino food, so she watches the cooking channel. She gets on the internet. She cooks Filipino dishes. They're great. Adobo.
But what about you? How do you adjust my culture?
I'm not.
You're not.
I'm just adjusting to having a fine, sweet young wife.
Okay.
I had friends who said, you are a widower, and you need to just find, there are plenty of widows available. And I said, where in America can I find a widow who does not have a lot of baggage, like children that would be a problem? Even I had a son who was not happy about me at first. He's adjusted to it, and he's happy for me now, I think. Most of the time. We had a real good weekend with them last week. But But I said, and where can I find a woman here in America who's not got one thing mainly, first of all, and that is does he have money? They're materialistic. Maria, and I can't say for all the Filipinos, but Maria is not a materialistically minded person. She's content with what God has given her. I think she's happy that we don't have to worry about paying our bills. We're not rich, but what I have, my little place is paid for. My vehicles, cars, I'm making no car payments. I got myself out of debt, in other words, before I retired. So thank God for that. And but that's not what she's looking for. She's thankful, but that wasn't primarily. She was looking for true love, someone who love her, respect her, and just take care of her. And I'm going to do my best, as long as I live, take care of my baby, because she is my baby. She said no one had ever even called her baby before until I started calling her baby.
What kind of adjustments do you have to do when you move here in the United States, Maria?
Oh my goodness. It's a, can I say that? It's a culture shock now. Because, number one, actually, well, I'm not, good in English.
Oh, better than me. And I have certified
But I'm just confident, that I talk a little bit English. But I didn't know that in America there are own dialect also in the Philippines, like Southern language.
Southern language.
Southern.
Tell her where you flew into.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, that's the number one. I really
Down south we talk different from the folks up there up north.
I have so many things that I don't understand their language. I said, oh my goodness. It's really hard for me to understand, but there are some I understand. And the first time I came here, I didn't talk much. I just say yes, smile. But oh my goodness, I just pray and pray, Lord help me to understand them, because I didn't really understand their dialects here. So I said, oh my goodness, please help me. But not only that, the weather. It's cold here in Tennessee.
And when she got off the plane in Atlanta and walked outside in Atlanta, Georgia, she said, whew, I want to go back.
I came here winter time. I said, Lord, I never had this weather in the Philippines in my life.
We had to go shopping and get her some winter clothes. Now she has more boots and shoes than Imelda Marcos.
It's really enjoy and happy. I'm happy being here with him. That's really better.
Tell her anytime she gets unhappy, I'll buy her a ticket back to Manila.
So how long were you actually corresponding? Because I just realized you're just here 3 months already.
2 years.
2 years.
More than 2 years. More than 2 years.
I met him around 2010.
The latter part.
Yeah. And then
October.
He visited me in the Philippines
2012. February 2012.
12, yes.
A year ago.
Yes, 12.
So we had time to know what we wanted. That's why some people say, you mean you married within 4 days after she arrived? I said, and she had 90 days on her visa. I said, I knew what I wanted. We knew what we wanted. Why wait 89, 90 days? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, actually, it's already planned, that after I arrive here, we just married.
What do you think has been the most valuable contribution that ChristianFilipina.com site and their staff have done to make your connection a success?
Well, just being there online and being available and being accessible so we could find you, and just being very reasonable with the rates, the prices,
Yes.
and taking it very seriously and having good standards,
Yes.
and not allow a lot of things that are not Christian in nature. We gotta certainly appreciate that.
And a lot of properties now in that side. I mean, ChristianPhilipina.com, right? More beautiful, right? The side, which is.
Of course, you've changed up you've changed a lot since we first signed on. We went for a while, after we married, after we got serious, fell in love, and got engaged. There was no need for us to go back to Christian Filipino. We had, it had done us well.
I'm really grateful to the ChristianPhilipina.com that I just find the right dating site.
Do you have any parting tips that you can share for those people who are looking for Filipino girls, Prentice, so that they can keep them and find them, for good?
Okay. I could highly recommend good, dedicated Christian Filipino, most beautiful women in the world, and they, if one is a true Christian, make the most dedicated and Christian wife to their husband, and so be cautious. If you should be an older person like me, and I was widowed after 49 years of happy marriage, and my heart was broken. I thought my life, I had nothing to live for. But God showed me through Christian Filipino site and Maria, I got a lot more to live for. And so be cautious, young Filipinos on there, and I don't mean anything against them. But those who are maybe still 18, 19, 20 years old, and they say, no age, Gary, maybe up to 80, be acceptable. I would be cautious about that. But if that's a wide gap. But still, I'm not going to say that it couldn't be good, because there's a lot of years between us, but we are both mature, very much happy. Age is not a problem, not with us, and if it is with anybody else, it's their problem. It's not ours. And so I would highly recommend to anyone who is serious about it, registering with Christian Filipino and pray about it. Find God will look at you like He did me, and you could wind up being the happiest person in the world. Thanks to Christian Filipino website
Christian
being
Filipina.
there. Yeah, Christian Filipina. Meet her family, and then make up your mind there. And then it's a process, but it's worth it all. It is worth it all.
So all the girls like me, or especially those in the 30s, just looking for the right man in their lives, I would just recommend that choose the right website. The Christian dating site, which is ChristianPhilipina.com. It's a really wonderful website. There's a lot of Christian American or foreigner there that you really find a sincere, mature, like my husband. Just don't give up. Keep on searching until you finally find them.
Don't pay any attention to all this negative talk you will encounter. We were bogged down, and I called my congressman, who's a good friend of mine, and he has a lady who works with the Department of Immigration and everything. She called me and she said, "What's your age?" I said, "I'm 69 at that time." She said, "And how old is your fiance?" I said, "She's 35. She said, Oh, I've worked with these for years and years and years. I said, she started talking negative. She was talking negative. And I knew I wasn't going to get any help from her. She was so negative about it. And I said, ma'am, let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen any work out really well? Oh, yeah. I said, and here you're focusing upon on some cases that didn't work out good. But I said, what I think is, those cases that don't work out good, they're not serious about God. They're not serious about being a Christian. And I said, that's why they don't work out. And I happen to know this girl really loves the Lord. She's a real Christian. She's real. And goodbye to you.
That's very well said. Amen, Pastor. This is Lori, your soulmate manifesting coach, and on behalf of Christian Filipina, thank you for your time and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.